Describe 2009 for Dale Earnhardt Jr., the race car driver.
For the race car driver, it was really frustrating. A lot of disappointment. You would go to the racetrack every week and hope that this would be the week that it was going to turn around, something good was going to happen, and you know, it just never really worked out that way.
You actually said towards the end of the year, I'm, quote, at the end of my rope. What'd that mean?
You know, and I meant that I was at the end of my rope, meaning I didn't know what else to do, or I didn't know where else to go, or how to turn it around, or what, you know. Professionally at the time, you know, it was you know, probably the most frustrated I had ever been.
When you're struggling, how bad do you need somebody to put their arm around you? When you were going to Hendrick, that's one thing that you mentioned about Rick.
Yeah.
He's the guy that puts his arm around me and lets me know I'm a pretty good race car driver.
Yeah.
How bad do you need that?
Well, when we were running as badly as we were last year, I really didn't want to see Rick, you know, because I was just so disappointed and ashamed. We have like a conference call every Tuesday, and if I could get the guts to show up for that, and
didn't do it all the time?
Man, you know, we run so bad sometimes I just wanted to disappear, you know.
Jimmy Johnson, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, atop the sport. And then there's your team. What's it like to walk into the shop knowing that you're not living up to that standard?
It's real tough, actually, to drive up to HMS and walk through that shop knowing what you did last week or the year before, and you just got to man up. You know, you still have a lot of guys in there, the entire company pretty much, putting together race cars that you're going to be taking to Daytona and you're going to be driving all year long. And so you have to sort of, you know, just go in there and get down to business.
It seems like that success that those guys had could go two ways with you. It could either make you say, hey, I can do that, or it could kill your confidence.
Yeah. Because
they are so good. Where were you with that? How does their performance affect your confidence?
Yeah. My confidence in my driving never really got poor. My confidence just in turning it around was always hard to put together. I feel like I can compete with Mark. I've competed with Mark. I've beaten Mark. I've beaten Jeff. I've beaten Jimmy on occasion. And they're great teammates. They're also three pretty damn cool guys, and they've been really supportive of me even when we've been struggling. I mean, they're the kind of guys that hold you accountable. And
how?
You know, when they feel like that you could do this differently or do something better. You know, they're not you know, blowing sunshine at your butt. You know, they hold you accountable.
There are detractors coming out of the woodwork everywhere. There are people that want to tear you down. What would you say to people that say you were exposed last year?
That I was exposed? Well, I look at exposed, you know, as what? You know, that's
not the talent that some people may think
really
you are.
Well, you know, there's a long list of statistics and trophies that I have and memories that I have that would argue against that. You know, that I got legitimate talent to drive a race car and have what it takes to win races and have what it takes to run up front. And you know, we were exposed as being a poor race team last year, and I don't think anything more than that.
Bar, realty company, television production company, nationwide series team.
Yep.
Tons of peripheral business interests.
Sure.
Are you spread too thin?
No. What? Okay. What right do you or anybody else have to tell me what kind of businessman to be and what kind of life really to live? If everybody should have an urgency to be an entrepreneur or to create whatever life they want for themselves. For the most part, we just sit back and let it go. All the things that I'm really involved in are basically laid in the hands of someone else that we feel, you know, is going to be responsible for it. And so a lot of people like to point at all those things we do and all the associations we have and partnerships we have, and a lot of people think that that's where my focus goes. But it's entirely misinterpreted and misunderstood.
Was there ever a time in the last 2 years that you thought going to Hendrick was a mistake? Because it's kind of the one place where there is no excuse.
Want to drive a B-class car or a C-class car and go, hey man, I got an excuse for why I'm not running good.
That's what I'm saying.
That's one hell of a way to live right there. You know, a lot of people might feel like that's a good way to live their life, but that's not how I want to live my life. I want to be with the best. I want to be in the best position to have the best equipment, to be able to go to the racetrack with all the confidence in the world in what I'm driving. If I don't turn it around and we don't get where we want to be, and nothing, you know, we don't ever, you know, see the success that we wish we wanted to have, you know, we will be disappointed. And I won't ignore the fact that it was disappointing that it didn't work out, but it wasn't a mistake to go there. It wasn't a mistake to do it, even if it doesn't work. And it won't matter to me that someone thinks it was a mistake. I'll have the memories of being involved in it and having done it. That's priceless, you know.
I asked Earnhardt, too, if when it did get bad, he was willing to go ask for help from others at Hendrick Motorsports, and he said, nope, I don't have to go ask for help. Help is everywhere. And anyway, it doesn't matter. When it's as bad as it was for us last year, people usually don't know what to say to you anyway.